from that to the next team.
Yeah, the Dodgers, the epicenter of baseball.
Dave Roberts, I'll say this. He's done a good job as manager. He's run a really good clubhouse. To get to the postseason as many times as they had, despite some failures, he's weathered that storm. He's feeling really good about getting another World Series ring. Boy, he won't stop talking. And his latest quote on the first day of spring training, Dodger baseball has become the epicenter of Major League Baseball. That was the kind of junk that used to come out of the mouth of the original owner of the evil empire, George Steinbrenner of the Yankees. So Dave Roberts is talking a really good game, but he backs it up because he's had success. But boy, some of the stuff he's saying right now, wow. Let me walk through some Dodger headlines for you. Today was the first day of Cactus League Baseball. Yash Yamamoto made his first start, clocked at 97 in the first inning. Wow. Struck out a couple of batters, got banged around a little bit in the second inning. They went and got him. Upgrade positive there. Ohtani has now thrown 2 bullpens. Second bullpen went 24 pitches. He used both 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, electric stuff. Ohtani is experimenting. He's working from the full windup. He's always pitched out of the set. He wants to see, and this is under the tutelage of Mark Pryor and the research people, if he increases his velocity, being a full windup pitcher rather than just pitching out of the stretch. So far, so good. Keep an eye on that. Dustin May, who's had the 2 elbow surgeries and then the life-saving esophagus surgery that saved his life. He called it an unbelievable life-changing experience when he was near death after an accident while eating dinner. He is back, throwing BBs in his bullpen, pitching really well. Tyler Glasnow has thrown live batting practice. They have changed his mechanics, his stride, his landing point with the front foot to take the stress off the elbow and the shoulder. He, of course, has a history of all types of injuries. So a lot of positive things in the first week and a half of the Cactus League and spring training workouts up until today. Bobby Miller, the hot young right-handed pitcher who struggled last year after the brilliant rookie season, pitching against the Cubs today, hit in the head by a 106-mile-an-hour line drive. It is scary. He is lucky. He never had the chance to get his glove up. The ball came back. It hit him up here on the bone of the skull. If it had hit him here, it would have been catastrophic to the eye. Obviously, it hit him here. It would have been terrible in terms of a mouth injury. He was down. I think he may have suffered a concussion. He walked off the field under his own. You could see the welt and the imprint of the threads of the baseball on his skull. Lucky for him, it hit on the bone right here. Very scary moment. They had to stop the game for a good 5 minutes till they could administer him. The Cubs batter who hit the line drive stood there in the batter's box and couldn't even run. He was just paralyzed by what he saw. Yeah. But Bobby Miller walked off the field, then walked to the clubhouse under his own power. I would assume there's probably a bit of a concussion, but what a scary, wicked shot. So that's what's happened today, first day of the Cactus League in the epicenter of baseball. What you're reading how Dave Roberts is acting now.
He's not wrong. I mean, we're always talking about the Dodgers. There's a lot happening. And I saw a video clip on X of Bobby Miller getting hit by that ball. And it makes you think there have been a lot of those in history. And the one that always stuck out in my mind was when Albert Pujols hit a rocket right back up to Chris Young when he was pitching for the Padres. But I think part of the bat, when the bat's flying and it's broken, it's like a sword.
Yep.
And it hit Young, I think, in the back of the head. Yep. But I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Well, it does happen. Guys get hit in all different parts of their body with comebackers. In this case, Bobby Miller, he was just on his follow-through, and that ball came. He couldn't get his glove up. It happened so quick. 106 miles an hour. I was a young man. I was an early baseball fan. I saw Herb Score, the legendary pitcher of the Cleveland Indians. Now, this goes way back into the 50s. I saw him get hit in the face, in the eye by a line drive by Gil McDougall. I never, ever forgot it. And, of course, he got hit in the eye and damaged the eye and was blood gushing out of his head. It was a horrific thing. But I've seen all types of pitchers suffer all types of injuries on comebackers or screaming line drives back through the box. And a couple of guys have gotten really, really badly hurt. But luckily for Bobby Miller, the point of the impact up here on the hard bone of the skull, that probably saved him from something really, really bad.
Well, hopefully Bobby Miller's all right. You know, it might take some time, but don't feel too bad for Dave Roberts. He's got like 20 starting pitchers. He's going to be okay.
Okay, you're a Dodger fan. Do you think things have changed at Dodger Stadium? I guess I should ask the question, is there a bit of arrogance at Dodger Stadium right now vis-a-vis their payroll, who they sign, what they want, and how Dave Roberts is acting? Or has he got a right to say what he's got to say? Next team.